Hello and welcome back to Infinite Jeff. Infinite Jeff is a thing where I read the book Infinite Jest, one page at a time, one day at a time. Put it up on the internet for all y'all to listen to. And, yeah. Currently the 9th of July, the year of our Lord, 2020, 7:29 p.m. Currently recording this, and then I'm going to attempt to fall asleep at a somewhat of a reasonable hour, hopefully before midnight. Get at least 2-3 hours. It's got to be up at 4 in the morning for work, so yeah. So we're on to page 141 of this book, and right now we're reading a book report that Hal and Cadenza did. So here we are, and here we go. Out. It is just what he does. The camera is always on him. He is hardly ever off screen. He has just one case per week. The audience knows what the case is and also knows, by the end of Act 1, who is guilty. Because the audience knows the truth before Steve McGarrett does, there is no mystery. There is only Steve McGarrett. The drama of Hawaii Five-0 was watching the hero in action, watching Steve McGarrett stalk and strut, homing in on the truth, homing in on the essence of what the classic hero of modern action does. Steve McGarrett is not weighed down by administrative state police chief chores, or by females, or friends, or emotions, or any sorts of conflicting demands on his attention. His field of action is bare of diverting clutter. Thus, Chief Steve McGarrett single-mindedly acts to refashion a truth the audience already knows into an object of law, justice, modern heroism. In contrast, Captain Frank Furillo is what used to be designated a post-modern hero, a hero whose virtues are suited to a more complex and corporate American era, i.e., a hero of reaction. Captain Frank Furillo does not investigate cases or single-mindedly home in. He commands a precinct. He is a bureaucrat, and his heroism is bureaucratic, with a genius for navigating cluttered fields. In each broadcast episode of Hill Street Blues, Captain Frank Furillo is beset by petty distractions on all sides from the very beginning of Act 1. Not one, but 11 complex cases, each with suspects and snitches and investigating officers and angry community leaders and victims' families all clamoring for redress. Hundreds of tasks to delegate, egos to massage, promises to make, promises from last week to keep, 2 or 3 cops' domestic troubles, payroll vouchers, duty logs, corruption to be tempted by and agonized over, a police chief who's a political parody, a hyperactive son, an ex-wife who haunts the frosted glass cubicle that serves as Frank Furillo's office, whereas Steve McGarrett's BS 1970s office more closely resembled the library of landed gentry, hushed behind 2 heavy doors and wainscoted in thick tropical oak, plus a coldly attractive public defendress who wants to talk about, did this suspect get Mirandized in Spanish, and can Frank stop coming too soon? He came too soon again last night. Maybe he should get some kind of stress counseling, plus all the weekly moral dilemmas and double binds that his even-handed bureaucratic heroism gets Frank Furillo into. Captain Frank Furillo of Hill Street Blues is a post-modern hero, a virtuoso of triage and compromise and administration. Frank Furillo retains his sanity, composure, and superior grooming in the face of a barrage of distracting, unheroic demands that would have left Chief Steve McGarrett slumped, unkempt, and chewing his knuckle in administrative confusion. In further contrast to Chief Steve McGarrett, Captain Frank Furillo is... Well, I don't know what Frank Furillo is, but we are at the end of page 141. So that is the end of Infinite Jeff for tonight. And yeah. Good night.